Can't get a parking ticket, so probably shouldn't stay very long. Less than an hour from Grindelwald. Oh mate, I can't believe this. Look at this view. What do you reckon? Climb up to the top? I don't have any Swiss money. I didn't really think about it before I drove into the country. That's right, everybody. I'm back with a slightly shorter episode this time, documenting my experience of Grindelwald. This was the furthest point I'd reached on my budget European van journey, and the views were telling me that it might be worth it. I was going to go for a walk along this harbour front, but I can't get a parking ticket, so probably shouldn't stay very long. This would be such a nice place to swim. Water's like totally clear. Just to give you some idea of the scenery that I'm driving through at the moment. I'm less than an hour from Grindelwald. For some reason, my card wasn't working in the car park, and I later figured out it was actually my bank card being rejected by Swiss payment methods. I'd not brought any Swiss cash with me either, and so I had the challenge of not being able to pay for anything during my 3-day visit to Switzerland. So let's see how I got on. Yeah, this is the first proper lay-by that I've driven past in about 2 days, really. So it's quite nice. I just pulled over, having a cup of tea, just looking at the views and stuff. Yeah, about 40 minutes from where I want to go, so should make some fairly interesting scenery and shots, and supposed to be nice walks there and stuff. So yeah, this is I'm definitely feeling it a little bit more today. The day before, I was getting a bit road weary. I drove straight up to the top of the village, which is about 1 kilometre above sea level, and found this free car park. Oh mate, I can't believe this. Look at this view. Grindelwald is a Swiss village in the Bernese Alps and is close to the now disappearing Grindelwald Glacier in the southeast. God. It is also adjacent to the Eiger North Face, one of the world's most iconic and dangerous alpine climbing walls. Grindelwald is also a popular skiing destination and is home to some excellent summer hiking routes. What do you reckon? Climb up to the top? Wonder how far it is. There is a canyon walk thing, but it looks like it's shut today. If I can find somewhere to camp nearby, which is looking pretty unlikely, I might be able to come back tomorrow, but we'll have to see. I don't have any Swiss money. I didn't really think about it before I drove into the country. Bit of melted snow just on the side there. I had timed my drive here perfectly, as the snow had just melted from the roadside that week, and I was able to proceed up to the top with standard road tyres. That is a mountain, isn't it? It's Grindelwald in the background. Don't think I'll be walking down that route. A bit too snowy for me. I've only got silly little trainers on, so yeah, I'm not really a proper hiker. But there's a road that goes down to Grindelwald, the town, so it's only about 1 kilometre or so. So we'll walk down the hill, and this is me trying out the sort of selfie stick thing, but it's a bit bulky to be honest. I'm using a tripod. It's alright, I suppose, but yeah, the drive was, God, how long is it taking me to get here? Just over 2 weeks, into the 3rd week. And the drive through past Interlaken, or before you even get there, was very dramatic. There was lots of sort of caves that you have to drive through. It was like something from, one of those driving games as you weave across the cliff edge. But it's all very, safe, and there's barriers. It was quite fun actually. There's me walking up 10 metres of hill. I can't breathe already. So I don't know, it's become worth it. All the stress that I've put myself through with the van and everything. There's a new sort of boundary, or push through the comfort zone. I can't believe that my van has made it this far. I've got to get the bloody thing home though. That could be the real challenge. Although I've come up with a bit of a plan. So I feel like when there's more weight in the van, it gets louder and it starts making funny grinding sounds. But when you get low on fuel and water, it's a bit quieter. So if I just throw like everything out as I drive along, basically that's my sort of like temporary fix. But if I can just get out of Switzerland, because for some reason my card isn't being accepted here, like in the pay, you know, I can't buy a parking ticket or anything. Luckily this car park's free at the top here, so not sure what's going on with that. I had it a little bit in France, but it tends to be when you're like an automated thing. It's a lovely place to go for a walk. It's a bit different from driving through the first like third of Switzerland, because that was very, say it's like very residential, not many places to sort of pull over. Or here you're sort of out in the middle of nowhere. Driving up into Grindelwald, there's like a train that weaves around the road, a river. I think there's a glacier at the top, but yeah, it's magical. You just sort of like weave up. It's like something from a fairy tale, but there's not really anywhere to take a picture at the bottom. Well, there probably is, but I was driving, so some phenomenal shots here. In 2025, a neighbouring village named Blatten was unexpectedly wiped off the map by a landslide. This is all the ice melting from the road or whatever. Just turns into like a little stream again. I must have come at exactly the right time. Probably a couple of weeks ago, wouldn't have been able to get up there. A rockfall landed on a glacier above the village, which led to 20 million tonnes of rock and ice to fall down the mountainside and engulf the settlement. Luckily, there was a full evacuation of the area beforehand due to geological monitoring. Global warming is playing a key role in glacial recession, and this type of event could potentially happen again to the surrounding area in years to come. Little chalet over there. A little bit of majestic looking sun reflecting off there. I mean, this is the town in the background, so I think you can do a little loop, so I'm going to walk through it and back round. I don't think I'm going to be climbing any mountains though, because they're a bit steep. I love these little huts that you get, little outbuildings. It's crazy to me to think that villages like this are potentially vulnerable to destructive geological events and may not be around forever. So these are sort of funny wooden lodges and hotels and stuff up here. Well, they're everywhere. So I made my way towards the high street of the village on foot, and couldn't help but notice the unique charm and beauty of the surroundings. Breathtaking views and quaint-looking buildings were the order of the day. Even the mountain pass train had lots of character. These hills are definitely going to finish me off. I think this is the last one and it should be downhill. I've got like my lower leg muscles aren't working, and you know, I'm pretty sure I'm having a heart attack, but apart from that, it's all good. It's pretty cool up here. And so I'd reached the high street and was surprised to experience a sort of hustle and bustle happening around me. Just walking through the sort of high street area. There's a big viewpoint up here. I think this is the Eiger in the backdrop. Some fellow vloggers. I think this is just about the extent of how far it goes. Sort of like the last bit and then you start heading down the hill again, I think. It's quite a nice vibe here actually. I think it's about to rain though, so I've probably just done it at the right time. There's quite a few like little cafes and stuff that I nearly stopped in, but again, I don't know, I just didn't really want a cup of tea. So I'm like the worst tourist ever to pay. Also, I didn't have any money, which apparently you need. And so that's it. Just heading back to the van now. Oh, I've got a stitch. haven't had a stitch since like 1996. I'll go and check out this campsite where yeah, it's like 10 Swiss pounds apparently, but yeah, there's only like a few spaces, so it's probably full up, or it's on a main road. I wonder if that's spring water. You can have a bath in there, can't you? Bit sort of cave-ish in there. Right, mate? I don't think they were interested. And so I'd done it. I'd reached my trip destination. But while I was here, I also decided I wanted to try and hike up a bit of the mountain pass. Wonder what that would have been. Oh, some sort of thing up the hill. Right, we're back. This is sort of like the hike up to the top of the world. I love that you just walk and then through the trees there's like a giant wall of rock. It's no wonder the Swiss had such a good advantage at defending themselves. You have to like walk over this. Yeah, you have to walk over like a mountain in order to get to Italy. I'd love to get all the way to the top today, but my body isn't going to take me. I don't know how long this trail is, like how far, but there's a bit of elevation there, so probably not just round the corner, is it? Done it in the wrong order. Should have come up here first. It's just a huge cliff. Smells pretty woody, pretty alpine. It's pretty lush actually. Yeah, just wish I had a bit more time. That's the only thing about this road trip is I'm on the move quite a lot, trying to do too much. Apart from that, it's been pretty magic really. Definitely worth the drive. So after a quick gaze at the view, I decided to head back down. This was the start of the return stint of my European trip. This is going back down. I tried to get a few shots of the village from the bottom of the valley, but there weren't many good spots to pull over. Well, I picked the right moment to go for the walk because you can't even see the mountains anymore. And then I had to drive through some heavy rain. The rain is coming down now. I have to drive through the cliff in a sec. Sadly, I didn't get any footage of the dramatic drive here, but the weather was quite challenging. What a view. Next time. I'm somewhere just over the border in Germany now. I seem to have found myself in a bit of a pickle today. There's just nowhere to park. They're all shit, basically. Parked at a silly angle. I reckon we can limp it 500 miles, do you? I don't know if it's like a poor mark. I'd say it's probably bear blood in preparation for this trek that says warning ticks. I've just put on some shorts. Hopefully I've still got a camper van when I get back. Looks like I'm looking into another realm. Like and subscribe. To be continued.